So the good things about the car. So I mentioned all the bad things. If we can list them, that would be A, 12-volt battery every 2 years. For some reason, this goes out of commission. It needs to be replaced. 2, seats are uncomfortable, and Tesla should make it eligible, and should make it available for upgrade. 3, screens are leaking gooey stuff, and that's pretty much it. And then number 4, and that's the major one. So listen to me. The car's battery has degraded, I would say, I don't know, about 40 miles of range from 220 to 180, you know, on a good day. But eventually, this car's battery is going to stop working. So even if it does not stop working, Tesla, as of now, I think I give him a decade. I give him 10 years to come up with the solution for this. But hey, if Elon is watching this, or if anybody from Tesla is watching this that makes actual decisions, we remember when you showed us the battery swap technology, and you were like, look at this is Audi A8, then you know we can swap the battery faster than you can refill your Audi A8. It's taking you a little bit of time to swap that battery, okay? It's taking you almost 10 years now. So I think there's a lot of tanks that can be filled during this time. So yes, they need to absolutely address the situation with batteries. I'm sure there's a lot of Tesla owners, a lot with the old cars. If we are talking about being environmentally friendly, why would we trash these cars or send them to the junkyard or whatever these old Teslas going to end up, instead of getting new batteries, and people who would otherwise buy a new Model S or buy a new Model 3 could have a way to upgrade the battery and have 300 miles of range in their old, absolutely perfectly fine cars. So this is a big one that Tesla needs to address. Okay, so let's now talk about the good things, because it seems like I'm focusing a lot on negative aspects of the original Model S. So the good things, styling. I think the styling, it's still on point, and the refresh, even the new refresh gave this car much more value, because from the outside, I don't care what you say, if the car looks the same as the brand new model, that tells you something. That tells you that the car aged really, really well. I don't think there's any other model out there of any car that looks the same on the exterior for 10 years. Maybe I'm wrong, you know, drop the comment, let me know. Maybe I need to, you know, do some more, a little bit more research to learn about other cars that maintain the same look for 10 years. Another thing is, it's fast. This is the slowest Tesla ever made, and it's still blazingly fast. Like of the stop line, of the red light, line, the takeoff, very rarely somebody can compete with this car, even though it's a 10 years old and it's the slowest Tesla. 0 to 60 is about 5 seconds in this one. And you rarely go, you know, from dead stop to acceleration. And also very, very quick from rolling speed to acceleration, like going up on the highway ramp or something. Super, super nice. Traction control. As you can see, we're in New York and there's snow all over the place. Is there any problem driving in the snow with this car? No. The traction control is amazing. Electric car traction control is on point. It responds in milliseconds. It responds really, really fast. There's nothing that you can compare to electric traction control. The electric motor spins on the dime. Like it reacts automatically. So driving in the slippery snow conditions on the East Coast with this car, not a problem. Even when you have a charging at home in the cold, range is also not a big issue. If you don't have charging at home here in New York and you're driving this old Model S in the winter, you will have a big problem, because you will lose range with the car just standing outside. Just the other day, I lost 100 miles in a week on my Model X because it was parked outside. That's a big downfall for electric cars, and I don't know, maybe it will be solved with solid state batteries or some other batteries that do not react so bad to cold climate. Another thing, even though the screens are leaking, guess what? The entertainment and everything is functional. Everything works. Even the voice commands work. You say play, I don't know, Justin Timberlake, it will play. It will understand what you're saying. it gets better over time. Even though these cars are so old, Tesla still sends an update from time to time to add new features to these older cars. They revamped the whole the whole OS to the newer version too on the older cars. So it's not like Apple, you will get updates on the 10-year-old device. Did it get slower? Not in this one. I know that other people were struggling with the failing MCUs and the chips. This one, not really. Sometimes it will act weird, like it will completely freeze up and it needs a restart. But overall, let's be honest, that's pretty good for all these years, for the system to be working like this. Is that okay for these chips to fail on their own, and not to have a backup camera in the controls of the car? Not cool. Should not happen. Tesla should definitely have a recall for this EMCC chip, and and be upgrading them for sure. What else? Space. This car is spacious, as you can see. The frunk and trunk is amazing. So I would give it, for space, for the sedan of this size, I would give it 10 out of 10, especially the original version. The frunk is enormous. You can pack the whole family in this car. It probably has more cubic feet of space than some SUVs, and I'm not kidding. You can look that up. When it comes to acceleration, because of the newer car and the standards, especially by Tesla, being driven to such a ridiculous numbers, I would give it a 7. Because 5 seconds, it used to be a standard for sports sedans, like an Audi A6 or A7, BMW 5 Series. They had that that 5 second acceleration times, and I think that's really great. For a sedan especially. So the acceleration and handling, because of the low center of gravity, I give it a 7. For looks, exterior looks, I gotta give it. I mean, I could be biased, but I have to give it a 9. I think it's one of the best, one of the nicest designs out there for a car. Interior, it is getting kind of dated. So it used to be like mind-blowing, but the interior is getting kind of dated, and the refresh is amazing. Like, I am a big fan of the new Tesla refresh. So for the interior, I would it's still really nice. Like, there's a real wood and stuff like that. So for the interior, I'll give it a 6 now. In 2020. Other than that, electric range still not bad. If you look at anything that you can compare from 2012, then anything else really that you can compare that has range even close to this 10-year-old Tesla, there's nothing. There's really nothing. Only other Tesla you can compare with. Like right now, after 10 years, this car with the smallest battery, still getting 175 miles of range. The brand new e-tron GT is getting about 240. That difference is not that significant. So overall, the car aged really well. I'm very surprised by how little things really went wrong with it. When you compare it to the Model X that much newer 2016 Model X that I have, I had a lot of issues with that car. And then finally, after replacing the MCU, most of these issues, like almost all of them, are gone. But I did have issues with the door sensors, with the seat controls in the rear, like all of these things. This car, other than the seat sensor sometimes malfunctioning, which you can bypass by tapping the screen or something, it's really not that big of a deal. It has held up really well. So I hope you found this the review useful. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, don't give it a thumbs down. Okay, we don't play like that. I'm just kidding. If you didn't like it, please give it a thumbs down if that makes your day better. Other than that, please drop a comment below. Ask me anything that I could missed. If you're interested in other videos of Tesla, please let me know. What would you like to hear about? All right, guys, thanks for watching. And if you, like I said, if you have any comments, please drop them down below. And if you want to see more of my videos about Tesla, consider subscribing. I do not make a lot of videos, so I will not be spamming your YouTube page. All right, thank you again. Please, everybody, stay safe during this crazy COVID times and be safe on the roads. We saw what happened in Texas with the ice situation there on the road. So always be safe, be careful, drive safely, don't text and drive, and that's it. Have a great weekend, and have a great rest of your lives.